I know I'm like late on this episode review of Danmachi, but holy shit, man. I never expected Danmachi to get as freaking gory as it was on last Thursday's episode, man. Leading into the season 4 season finale, man. What a crazy ass episode full of shocks, turns, and then at the end, that freaking twist when you think, oh, Belle's gonna find some way to defeat this monster, this creature, and then he just freaking dies. Or he's on the brink of death, pretty much. Insanity. This monster, this Juggernaut, is legitimately a dang problem. And when you thought it was bad enough, it just gets worse, especially the fact that your main character is pretty much on a slow path to death. It's just like, it's absolutely insane. Like, when this thing first shows up and it just starts murking people, I'm just like, this is not the Danmachi I know. This is not the Danmachi I know. This thing was absolutely freaking decapitating heads, freaking cutting people's bodies in half, freaking just impaling them, because it's a bony-like creature that pretty much when you could be getting pierced right then and there. Insane. You know, you see blood splattering all over the place. I'm just like, yo, this has to be the most bloodiest, goriest episode of Danmachi yet. And that was absolutely crazy. And the fact that this crazy lunatic from the Evilist Guild, you know, is absolutely like, oh, I want to control that thing. You can see if this guy controls that thing, this creature, this Juggernaut, we got a whole hell of a problem here. And this guy might be one of the most strongest characters in there, just having this creature be utilized. And just like I said, to see this guy just go on his tirade of his craziness and to just blurt out freaking laughing, man. Absolute insane. It goes to show that this guy needs to die. He's a crazy lunatic. And just seeing Ryu just be in utter shock and utter fear and utter awe because of the PTSD she's going through, of the traumatization that she's going through. Absolutely crazy. Like, I think I watched her freaking reviewer. I'm not gonna call him out by name or anything, but I watched the reviewer who reviewed the episode, and he wasn't really a fan of this episode. Like, you know, pretty much saying like, which I don't know why he would not be a fan of the episode. Like, this episode was like literally one of the best episodes of Danmachi yet, and I think some of it had to do with like Ryu not doing it. And I'm like, dude, and it's funny because when I went to go to the comment section, most of his comment sections vehemently disagree with his stance and pretty much said, no, you're wrong on this. I don't know what you're talking about. And I even was like, he didn't know what he was talking about. I don't know if it's like he's wanting something in his anime that he's not getting. I don't know, but I enjoyed this episode, and this episode was crazy. You know, like I said, going back to that person again, I'm not saying everybody has entitled to their own opinions and everything. But if it's the case of, you know, maybe he didn't like the stance that Ryu took, you know, she's going through PTSD. And when you go through PTSD, it can freeze you in moments, you know. It gives you fear. Like, I've had some PTSD moments, you know, where, hey, I got in a situation where, guess what? Okay, I thought it was handled. That person ended up coming back, and it gave me freaking PTSD, like, oh shit, are they gonna freaking do something to me? And I was frozen and solid, and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm freaking worried. I wasn't freaking out or anything, but you know what I mean. But you know, it's just crazy. And then the fight with the Juggernaut and Belle, man, it was a thing where it's like, you think that Belle's he might get thrown around, but he's gonna find some way to beat this thing, and it doesn't happen. Because typically in these shows, that's what the main character does. They struggle with a final big opponent, but then they find a way to come out on top and win. That doesn't happen here. We're literally left in like, wait, is he literally going to legitimately die, or is he going to freaking find a way to get out of this? Now, they do focus on our mermaid girl, and I've seen a lot of people throw out the thing that maybe she might play a factor into potentially reviving him and bringing him back to life. you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. But the fact that when he got his freaking neck broken, it's just absolutely insane. But it's gonna be something to where somehow Bell's gonna come back and he's gonna find a way to defeat this thing. I don't know how, but man, our boy is in trouble, man. Our boy is in trouble. And I'm very intrigued going into the season finale, season 4, which is shocking enough because when I checked on HI Dive, I was like, we're only getting 11 episodes. And yeah, we're getting only 11 episodes of season 4 of Danmachi for this season. And it's just like, well, holy crap. They're really going to go off with a bang in episode 11. But we'll see what's going to happen next. But solid stuff there. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this past week's Danmachi episode. As well as to the subscribe when you want to get more Danmachi content or the other anime content I am uploading to the channel. So then, guys, catch you guys in the next video and see you guys later. Peace.